Um, Mr. You shall.
Thank
You shall. Okay. So I'm surprised that you said that CBN should use unconventional unconventional tools to address the current situation in the country. I think it was using unconventional tools that actually brought us to the level that we are now. We used the proposal that you talked about, that the past governor applied. Did you do some analysis or some study to find out the impact or the level of the success of that policy? That is what brought us to the current situation that we are now. We have you're
Give
giving,
us examples of those policies.
as I said earlier.
Give us examples of those unconventional policies that has brought us to where we are.
Well, he mentioned a few that they rolled out policy. They were giving promote some agriculture to farmers, right?
No, you didn't get me correctly.
Or the cashless policy.
What I emphasized, the cashless policy is
Okay.
conventional too by the bank, because the bank attempted to moderate liquidity in the economy. And the bank, the crisis here is, it is the bank that came out to tell Nigerians that they have discovered that all these cash are not within the vault of the bank.
Okay, so
now let me put it straight. If the liquidity is not within the vault of the bank, then why can you assume that you use MPR to increase rate to reduce those same monies that are not within the vault of the bank
From the hands of
not to go
Nigerians.
out while the vault, what is already out? These are conflicting issues.
no, they are not.
Okay.
They are not conflicting.
Okay.
And maybe you need to come. We do have we monitor currency in circulation, and what the tools of monetary policy can do is to address the quantum of liquidity within its system, and are you applying the tools that we have to moderate liquidity, and indeed we are succeeding. So the one that is outside the bank, it's not I don't want to use technical terms to further confuse the audience, because as you said, that's not what they are after, right? But the cashless policy, although as you said may be good, but it was ill-timed.
Yeah.
It was not properly coordinated.
Yeah.
So it is part of the mess that I earlier said the new management met on ground. And that is what we are trying to address now. And you saw the chaos that policy caused. And in addition, the unconventional tools that a lot of people are saying the central bank should adopt, like him, to address unconventional situation and putting it exactly the way he put it. That's what brought us here today. If those tools were effective, we would not be here today. As I said earlier, sorry, let me continue. As I said earlier, what we're trying to do now in the bank, and what the Monetary Policy Committee members have identified in addition to the Committee of Governors of the Central Bank, is that we need to work with these development finance institutions. We need to ensure that they are focused to undertake their mandates effectively. If you are SMEDAN, you will focus on attracting finance for smallholder farmers, for small businesses, so that the economy can grow. And you know, if you go to the market now, the cost of this food inflation is not merely caused by NPR. I had discussed other things that are the problem. For example, the insecurity in the country is a problem. You just said it yourself, that your friend was kidnapped.
Yeah.
How will CBN address issue of kidnapping? It's outside the purview of the central bank. But it's just that in the past, the central bank put itself into so many things that we shouldn't be doing. And having done that for some years, the country now believes that we should take over all these functions that are not really within our mandate. Why should CBN address insecurity in the country? We will collaborate with the relevant agencies and sit and talk. Trade, Ministry of Trade should be involved in this. The Ministry of Agri should be involved in this. The Ministry of Industry, I think Trade and Industry are together. They should be involved in this. And indeed, the fiscal authorities are now trying to address these issues by, I think there are some interventions that they are trying to do to import food as a stopgap. And also, even the central bank, as I said last time I was here, we donated fertilizers. I think you should acknowledge that, Mr. Yushao.
Thank you. I will.
Thank you very much. We donated fertilizers because we know.
But to who? Middlemen? Or
no, not to
portfolio
middlemen.
farmers?
Of course not. This new management are compliant. We will not deal, we have no business dealing with farmers directly. We have no business dealing with middlemen or single men or whatever.
Who do you deal with?
We donated to the Ministry of Agri. The Ministry of Agri, should they have the data?
Did you monitor that?
How can we...
That's important.
Why we should, after donating, it was done publicly. You want us to monitor a minister, an agency? We collaborate. And we did effective collaboration. And we are doing effective collaboration right now with all the necessary agencies. I think some months back, the Minister of Agri, the Minister of National Planning, the Minister of Finance, the Central Bank Governor had a 2-day retreat. And they discussed all the issues that are linked and how we will address it. And it is on the basis of that. So we know what the problems are and we are trying to address them.
Talking about how confident are you that these collaborations, as you put them, achieve the desired results? Because if you don't monitor, you just do it. How sure are you that they reach the people, the places that they are supposed to reach? Because if they don't, then your donation might just be in vain.
Yes, I think if you read in the media, the Ministry of Agri, they have distributed the fertilizers.
All right, let's pause you a bit.
No, sorry, let me just add quickly that you may not see, you said we shouldn't use technical terms, but I would like to tell you that we have moderated the growth in money supply by using our tools. And when you have too much liquidity in the system, which led to the Naira redesign, right? You will be reducing inflation in the system. It's just that explaining it to the layman in the language that he will understand may be a bit difficult. Professor now talked to you about real interest rate and all that, and you said he was going too technical for your crowd. But be rest assured, we're doing the right thing. We're mindful of businesses that are big, that will believe that our MPR hiking the rate may affect their business. We are mindful of that, but at the same time, our current concern is to bring down food inflation. And there's what you call the impossible trinity. The central bank cannot be dealing with all three things at the same time: growth, inflation, capital inflows.
So what is it dealing with at the moment?
Right now, our MPC is targeting inflation.
But the inflation has not improved if that is your target.
You cannot expect something that has been brewing for over 10 years.
Let's
for three MPCs to address that. There's what you call the time lag, and you need to give us some slack. By next month, you will see some moderation, and there is a forecast that inflation by end of December, it will go down to 27%.
By the end of December?
Yes, but we are even working harder to ensure
that it comes earlier.
And indeed, there is that fiscal and monetary policy coordination ongoing now. We are having meetings with them. We've signed, I said it the last time I was here, we are signing an MOU with them. And you can see that the fiscal authorities are also planning to bring in fertilizers and food also to address the shortage.
By the way,